1, 2, 3.
Welcome back to the Watchtower. This is episode 4. My name is Steve Garrett. You may know me as Kamazar on some of the online forums, and I'm back in the 4th episode of this VS System video blog. I did miss last week. I apologise for that. There was a few technical issues and time issues. So, guys, I apologise for that, but I'm back now. And to tell you the truth, not much has happened in those 2 weeks. On the Versus news front, it's been pretty quiet. For myself, very, very busy, personally and VS wise. Now, my local store hasn't had a Versus tournament since probably January, but we had one this past weekend, a Bring Your Own Set tournament, which we followed up with a Marvel Legends draft event. It was small, it was fun though, it was casual, it was great. We had a laugh, old players came back, it was fantastic. But more about that later in the show. But to start off with, I want to just give a few thanks out to all the feedback I've been getting about the show. I have been getting a lot of positive feedback, which I appreciate, considering that this is just me sat in front of a webcam, just spouting any old crap. But you guys seem to be enjoying it so far. I'm going to try and devote a bit more time to this, to producing it nicely and getting a few features up and running and all that sort of thing. Make it nice and shiny. So thank you very much for all the comments. It seems to have inspired seems a little bit of a egotistical word to use, but there's been a couple of other guys who seem to be interested in doing the YouTube thing now as well. We've got a guy called Tom 2007. Is that your name, man? Hang on, let me see. Yeah, Cool Tom 2007. You can see him on the Versus Realms forum, but he's also on YouTube, and he's doing his little segments, card of the week. It talks about cards and everything. Good on you, kid. Keep it up. It's the more exposure, the better. So try and liven things up and get a few more bits and pieces in there, and I think that'd be great. And also today, I've just seen, just as I was recording this, just seen that Ace's Wolf is now on YouTube as well. Now, if you're a Versus Realms member, you probably know Ace's Wolf, an incredibly positive pro-versus guy who does his best to make everyone feel the Versus love. And he's stuck himself up on YouTube with a little 2.5 minute clip. I hope to see more, mate. It was nice to put a face to a name, as it were. And for those of you who have ragged on Ace's Wolf in the past, this dude can crush you. So I'd quit with the abuse for a while if I was you guys. And I also understand, Ace's Wolf, that you recently got married, so congratulations on that as well. Good stuff, mate. Good stuff. So yes, I do want to say a very big thank you to all the feedback we've been receiving. It has been really made me feel good about doing this. The first episode was just random rubbish, and I thought, am I going to do it again? But all the positive feedback that's been coming through has made me want to carry on. So anyway, let's talk a little bit about what's happened in the world of Versus, as I just scrambled to bring up versussystem.com. There's been very little in the way of Versus news over the last couple of weeks. Very little. The announcements are few and far between from UDE at the moment, so it's a little hard to know where we're going. We've been hoping for some giant size Versus announcements, but we've heard nothing. We've heard nothing on the op format structure either. So I don't know where we're going from here, but one thing that did happen is we got an announcement regarding the Age of Apocalypse cards and their availability and legality. Now, Andrew Yip has dropped onto versussystem.com to give us a quick update as to when we can use the cards, when we can get the cards. I'm just going to read briefly from here. It says, in terms of format legality, all Age of Apocalypse cards will become legal on their official Hobby League release dates, which are published on versussystem.com. Now that should shoot down all the naysayers who have been going around saying these cards, they're not going to be legal ever, UDE are screwing us. Yeah, I've seen the threads, and it's the same whiny little bitches who are going on about the end of the world, blah, 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 and they're spreading all these unnecessary rumours. So guys, just chill. Just because you don't get all 100% of the information straight away when you want it doesn't mean it's not coming. So relax. See, now we know. And I'll just read through. Okay, Age of Apocalypse legal dates. So for the cards that come out with the Marvel Legends Release Celebration cards, which are card numbers MAA01 through to MAA06, are legal now. The ones that come with the Build the Legend kit, which are MAA007, through to MAA012, they will be legal and available from October the 3rd. The Marvel Legends Elite Series kit will have MAA013 to 015 and 025 to 027, and they will be available and legal on October the 20th. And then the Marvel Legends City Championship and Point Store exclusive cards, which are MAA16 through to 24, will be legal from November the 3rd. As for the Point Store exclusive cards, don't bank on getting them by then. From what we've heard from like WoW guys and everything, and people who've ordered EAs, they're a long time coming. So you never know, I might be proved wrong. So I hope so. But yep, I've ordered mine, and I'm sure you've ordered yours as well. So, and that was it, pretty much. In the way of Versus news, there's been nothing really. People are still buzzing over Marvel Legends. Article-wise, there's been some good stuff coming out. We've got Taking Aim has returned. For those of you who are interested in Tommy Ashton's work, he has a column that he does on versussystem.com. Seems to pop up every now and then. But it is an expansive review of Fantastic Four this time around. He did some great work reviewing World's Finest, team by team, and now he's working on Fantastic Four, and he's gone through card by card the team and the support cards. He's got some very interesting views. It was well worth a read, and at the end he posts up a very interesting deck list. It's a little bit different to the way that I built my Legends, Fantastic Four Legends deck, but there are a few similarities there as well. But hey, he's a winner. Who am I? So go and check that out. Also, the guy that everyone loves to hate, Ryan Fike, aka Stu Barnes. Well, love to hate, that's probably a bit harsh, but there are some lovers of Stu out there and there's some haters of Stu out there. But one thing you have to say is he goes out of his way and he busts a gut to entertain us every week. And his risk versus reward article this week has got a deck list on there, which is unsurprisingly army character based, which has some serious potential. It looks pretty insane. It's nicknamed Bangers and Mash, as the inspiration for the deck came from one of our UK guys, Lord of Limbo, Joe Clark. He's sent off the original list to Stu and some revisions, and then Stu's tweaked it some more. But it looks like a seriously good deck.